Magandang araw, teachers. So today we will be having some sort of short review on general education. Ang mga question po na ito ay lumabas noong March 19, 2023 na licensure exam for teachers. In this review, it consists of 20 items only with some rationalization on the given answers. Okay, so shall we start? Question number 1. The abbreviation sine cos for cosine, tan for tangent, and sec for secant are Albert Gerard's. As using common logarithms in measuring the intensity of earthquakes is to A. Charles Richter, B. Alexander Bell, C. Johann Kepler, and D. George Dantzig. The answer is letter A. Charles Richter. Okay. Number 2. Okay, let us know why. So the use of common logarithms in measuring the intensity of earthquakes is associated with Charles Richter. So the Richter scale was developed by Charles F. Richter in 1935. It is a logarithmic scale that quantifies the magnitude of earthquakes. Okay? Number 2, people who harbor unjustified dislike for certain groups of people demonstrate blank: A. Economic prejudice, B. Socialism, C. Racial prejudice, and D. Individualism. The answer is letter C. Okay, racial prejudice. Okay, so let us know why. It is because when individuals hold unjustified dislike or hostility towards certain groups of people, based on their race or ethnicity. It is referred to as racial prejudice. Okay, so racial prejudice involves making negative judgment or stereotyping about individuals or groups solely based on their racial background without any valid reason or evidence to support such biases. Okay, so the answer is racial prejudice. Number 3, behavior modification is to B.F. Skinner, as naturalism in early childhood development is to blank. A. Sigmund Freud, B. Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and C. Jerome Bruner, and D. Albert Bandura. The answer is letter B. Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Okay, so it is associated with the concept of naturalism in early childhood development. He believed in the importance of allowing children to develop naturally and emphasize the role of innate instincts and abilities. Okay? Number 4, a person whose opinion is trusted and whose advice on delicate matters are valued by friends and colleagues has attained blank: A. Relation, B. Rank, C. Understanding, and D. Prestige. The answer is letter D, prestige. Okay? So prestige refers to the respect, esteem, and high regard that an individual earns from others due to their perceived expertise, competence, and reliability. Okay, so that is prestige. Number 5, a food chain is illustrated by the following line: A. Grass, goat, human, bacteria. B. Bacteria, grass, goat, human. C. Goat, human, bacteria, grass. Letter D. Human, bacteria, grass, goat. So the answer is letter A. Grass, goat, human, bacteria. Okay, so in this food chain, grass serves as the primary producers and is consumed by goats. So grass is eaten by goats. And humans then consume the goat, and the bacteria decompose the remains of both goats and humans. Number 6, declaration of martial law is justified when there is blank. A. Rampant graft and corruption. B. Danger of famine because of predicted drought. Letter C, visible rebellion and widespread lawlessness. And D, attempted assassination of politician. The answer is letter C. Okay? When there is a visible rebellion and widespread lawlessness. Okay? So martial law is typically declared in situations where there is a significant threat to public order, such as when there is an ongoing rebellion or widespread of lawlessness that poses a grave danger to the safety and security of the population. Okay? Number 7, the major concern about global warming arises from increased concentration of blank. A. Sulfur oxides. B. Photochemical smog. C. Greenhouse gases. And D. Nitrogen oxide. The answer is letter C, greenhouse gases. Okay? So the major concern about global warming arises from increased concentration of greenhouse gases. And greenhouse gases such as the carbon dioxide, the methane, nitrous oxide trap heat in the Earth's atmosphere, leading to a rise in global temperature and climate change. Okay, so the answer is greenhouse gases. Number 8, the art form that is most accessible to people of all ages, of different interests, and varied economic means is blank. A. Architecture. B. Theater. Letter C. Film. And letter D. Literature. The answer is letter D. Literature. Okay, so literature is an art form that highly accessible to people of all ages, interests, and economic means. It can be enjoyed by anyone regardless of their background or circumstances. So book, poem, and other forms of written expression can be found in libraries, borrowed from friends, or obtained at affordable price, making literature widely available. So it is literature. Number 9, ang lahat ng ito ay mga wikang Filipino maliban sa blank. A. Cebuano. B. Chavacano. C. Baybayin. And D. Hiligaynon. The answer is letter B. Chavacano. Kasi ang question is maliban sa or except. Okay? So all of the choices are wikang Filipino except daw sa isa. Okay? So let us know its explanation. No? So ang wikang Filipino ay opisyal na wikang pambansa ng Pilipinas ay ito ang batayan ng pagkakaroon ng iba't ibang mga dialekto at wika sa bansa. Sa ilang mga kaso, ang Chavacano ay itinuturing na isa sa mga wikang ginagamit sa Pilipinas, subalit hindi ito kinikilala bilang opisyal na wika. Okay? So, the Chavacano is a Spanish language. Number 10, there are literature forms whose purpose is to please or entertain, and to these groups belong to blank. Okay, A. Fiction. B. Journal. Letter C. Editorial. And D. Report. The answer is letter A. Fiction. Okay, so among the given choices, fiction is the literature form whose primary purpose is to please or entertain the readers. So fictional works such as the novels, the plays, and the short stories are created to tell imaginative or invented stories. So they often involve fictional characters, events, and settings. Number 11, the researcher found the source creditable, and so she decided to blank the method. A. Adapt. B. Adapt. C. Adopt. And D. Adjust. The answer is letter C. Adopt or to take. Okay, so if the researcher found source to be creditable, it means that she considered it reliable and trustworthy. So in this context, the most suitable word to complete the sentence would be adopt. A-D-O-P-T. Adopt. Okay, to take. 12, nagsisimula na ang palatuntunin ng dumating ang pangunahing pandangal. ay pangungusap na nasa panahunan na A. Perpektibo, B. Pangkasalukuyan, C. Panghinaharap, and D. Imperpektibo. The answer is letter B. Pangkasalukuyan. Okay, ano ba itong pangunahing pandangal? It is guest of honor. Okay, so ang pangungusap na nagsisimula na ang palatuntunin ng dumating ang pangunahing pandangal ay nagpapahiwatig na ang palatuntunan ay nagsimula na at ang pangunahing pandangal ay dumating na. Ito ay nangangahulugang ang pangungusap ay nasa kasalukuyang panahon o pangkasalukuyan. Number 13, what is beneficial effect of scientific development on education? A. Extended kinship. B. Family solidarity. C. Access to recreation. And D. Access to knowledge source. The answer is letter D. Access to knowledge source. Okay, so scientific development has had a profound impact on education, particularly in terms of increasing access to knowledge sources. So, mas maraming scientific studies, mas marami din na mga knowledge sources. So, in summary, scientific development has significantly expanded access to knowledge sources. Number 14, the common cause of wars and conflicts among nations is blank. A. Territorial dispute. Letter B. Ideological differences. C. Religious intolerance. And D. Diplomatic problem. The answer is territorial dispute. Okay, so the common causes of war and conflicts among nations is complex issue with multiple factors involved. While it is difficult to pinpoint a single best answer, one of the most significant and recurrent causes of conflicts is territorial disputes. So these disputes arise when nations have conflicting claims over specific geographic areas such as land or maritime territories. So example here, Philippines versus China, India versus China, and Japan versus China, and all other nations who are having this territorial conflicts or dispute with its neighboring countries. Okay, so that is the most common cause of wars and conflicts. 15. What results from contradictory emotional or psychological attitude? A. Bifurcation. B. Ambivalence. Letter C. Bipolarization. And D. Ambidexterity. The answer is letter B. Ambivalence. Let us know why. Okay, so ambivalence refers to the coexistence of conflicting emotions, attitudes, or feelings towards a particular person, situation, or idea. So it occurs when an individual experiences contradictory emotions or holds conflicting psychological attitude simultaneously. Okay? So number 16, scientists' values and beliefs are influenced by the customs and traditions of blank. A. Association. B. Society. And D. Family. C. Family. And D. Relatives. The answer is letter B. Society. Okay, so we are all influenced by the cultures in which we grow up and the societies in which we live. So those cultures shape our expectations, values, beliefs, and goals. And scientists too are shaped by their cultures and societies, which in turn influence their work. 17. Designation for places on earth that are of outstanding universal value to humanity is called blank. A. Archaeological artifact. Letter B. Antique heirloom. C. Vintage collection. And D. World heritage. The answer is letter D. It's world heritage. So it is a designation for places on earth that are of outstanding universal value to humanity and as such have been inscribed on the World Heritage List to be protected for future generations to appreciate and enjoy. 18. Some animals are capable of learning, like dogs. This is the lowest form of learning called blank. A. Responding. B. Tutoring. C. Conditioning. And D. Perceiving. The answer is letter C, conditioning. Okay, so the simplest form of learning known as classical conditioning. So the learner is conditioned to produce a desired involuntary response as a result of a stimulus that would not normally produce that response. For example, a salivation, this is the condition, at the sound of a bell, that is a stimulus. Okay, that is according to Maheshwari 2013. Okay, number 19. In teaching David Durkheim classification of suicide, what example can we give for altruistic suicide wherein a person sends a moral obligation to place the group's welfare above own survival? A. Japanese harakiri. B. Highly depressed persons. C. Victims of war. And D. Prisoner unable to bear confinement. The answer is letter A. It's Japanese harakiri. Okay, so this is a form of ritual suicide that originated in feudal Japan. It was performed by samurais and other individuals who believe they had brought shame or dishonor upon themselves, so their families or their communities. So by taking their own lives, they sought to restore honor and demonstrate their loyalty to a higher cause or moral code. Okay? So 21, okay, 1920. Okay. So which of the following is not a prime. Okay. Which of the following is not a prime number? A 31, B 41, C 51, and D 13. The answer is 51 because 51 is a composite number since 51 has more than two factors 1, 3, 17, and 51. And on the list here below, these are the prime numbers. Okay, so that would be all. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope that you find this video interesting and helpful to your review. Okay, good luck and God bless us all.